Back here in Lincoln, we are at halftime of the annual Red-White scrimmage, 21-14, and a really exciting first half. Back inside here now at Memorial Stadium. Pleased to be joined by the new Director of Athletics at the University of Nebraska, Troy Dannen, 38 days in now. So in 38 days, give us your first impressions.
Well, it's everything I thought it'd be and more. I said the floor is higher than I thought it might be. The ceiling is higher than I thought it possibly could be. So I guess that's about as rave of a welcome as you can possibly get. I mean, everything's in place here. The facilities are great. We have a great coaching staff. Got to know the fans, and I knew the fans here were supportive. I maybe didn't really understand what that meant. But the first 38 days have affirmed that this was not only the right decision, but a decision of a lifetime.
You didn't realize a frenzy is what you're saying.
Well,
there's a frenzy around this.
There's a passion, but it's also have some perspective. You know, most places that are passionate, if you had a run where maybe you weren't at the level of success people wanted, they'd walk away. There's nobody walking away here. They're all in.
Yeah. You mentioned facilities, and I know you came from Washington, which will be in the Big Ten Conference starting this fall. Just talk about the facilities here and you know what you've witnessed so far.
Well, I think the newest facility, the Osborne Legacy Complex, which I don't think there's a facility like it in the country, with what's in there, not just to serve football, but all the student athletes here, which we got the occupancy permission yesterday. So we're starting to move into it, but it is an asset for this department like none other. And
look at that, that's beautiful.
There's a beauty to it. There's space. It's 3 levels, 100,000 square foot on each level. But the middle level academics and new cafeteria for the student athletes. Top level, they've got a space in there called the walkthrough room with about a 40-yard white projector and a 20-yard field that the guys can actually move to whatever the opposition that week is going to do right outside the team meeting rooms. It's just a spectacular asset.
Absolutely. Troy, I want to talk to you about the overall success of the athletic program. As someone that loves all things Huskers, from volleyball to softball to everything in between, talk to me about how the program is now currently ranked 7th in the Directors' Cup.
Well, that's the amazing thing. You know, I knew when I came that I was falling into a gold mine. What I didn't realize, you know, 7th in the country of all sports, and the Directors' Cup is a measurement of not just qualifying for postseason, but advancing to the postseason. And I think every one of our winter sports scored points. We've got more points ahead. We have not been at this level in the 2000s. Just to tell you, so the trajectory here is you know, I think Matt's got a good thing going, and the football's headed in the right direction. But the trajectory across the board in the department is pretty spectacular. You know, you compete for championships in the Big Ten. That means you're going to be competing for national championships. And I think I love where every program is at right now.
Absolutely.
One of the hot topics for Nebraska fans has been this renovation or talked about renovation of Memorial Stadium. Where are you at with that project, and is it on target? Is it still something that's a go? You know, where are we at here?
Well, I think what was set before there was a change in leadership, I think the plan was to go to the board and maybe assess where we're at financially from a fundraising standpoint in June. I think we're still on target with that. You know, for me in these first 6 weeks, really understanding the project, the scope, the magnitude. You know, on the books, it's a pretty pricey project. So figuring out, one, what do we need? And I've told everybody since the day I got here, every decision here needs to be measured in only 2 ways. Does it help us win, whether it's academically, socially, financially, or certainly competitively? But then is it the standard by which everyone else should aspire? And if you can answer yes to those 2 questions, then the answer is yes, let's do it. So really right now, I think looking at that project holistically, does it answer yes to both of those questions? And so trying to get some background and understanding. You know, there are a lot of people have been involved in this, done a lot of work to lead up to it. I know we need to do some things, and we need to do some things immediately, too, after the end of the season, at the very least.
As a former Iowa guy it's great to have you on this side.
I really appreciate it. It's nice because it's for both my wife, who's a native Iowan. You know, our families are really close. Yep. But I've also been close enough to watch Nebraska from afar for a long time and have this great admiration built up, and now to actually be here and be a part of it's pretty special.
Great to see you.
I appreciate it.
Troy Dannen, the new Director of Athletics for the University of Nebraska. Thanks for joining us at halftime. When we